Hi, happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Jody, and today I wanted to get on and talk about why no one does anything great alone. So I recently read this quote, and it got me to thinking about how in my younger years I really thought I could do everything. I really thought I could make an awesome impact and, get the pat on the back. That's another conversation for perfectionists all over the planet. Don't do it. Go away from the light. But I wanted to talk today about no one does anything great alone. I've had the great pleasure and honor to be a part of several boards that have done some great things in the last few years. And I know that had I decided I wanted to do any of the things on my own, that I certainly couldn't have. It wasn't just people serving on the board at the time, but it also took, hey Jen, how are you today? It also took the efforts and the experiences of people before us that had set boundaries and set guidelines for clubs. So I've been a member of a couple of spouses clubs. One year we headed off and, every year the spouse club at Spangdahlem in Germany does a bazaar, which is a weekend event where a lot of vendors come in and provide their wares, and those that are affiliated with the U.S. Air Force and also NATO can go in and buy things, and it's a huge fundraiser for the community, the local community at the air base, and then also those that are real close and around. So I had the honor of being a part of that, and one year I was able to chair it, and I know that it was a lot of work for many, many people, not just for me, but for many people. And it took all of us to get the results that we received and to raise over $90,000 in one weekend for the community and the airmen. So I felt that same way about other boards that I've been on, raising $25,000 in the last couple of years at the New Mexico base we were at, and I hope in the future I can serve on other boards. And even if it's something that's not raising large funds for, in this case it was a lot of scholarships, but also donations and fund requests. Hi, Aunt Shirley. Even if it's not for those things and it's just support or it's mentoring for children, that is certainly worth my time. It's also something I cannot do alone, right? So, when they say it takes a village, well, it actually does. So the statement, no one does anything great alone, is pretty obvious, but I think sometimes we don't really think about it. We think we really can do so much stuff. We really forget to ask others to help us. And sometimes we miss out on some really great gifts that other people have that we don't, because we're just trying to do it all. We think we're gonna bother someone if we ask them for their help. Have you ever heard the quote, champions are made in the ring? No, they aren't made in the ring, they're recognized there, right? So there's a lot of things that build up to that moment when people are recognized for such great accomplishments and given a pat on the back. And not only are there moments before there and steps, but there are a lot of people involved as well. Not that I was watching it, but the Football Hall of Fame was playing in our house. I think it was this last weekend. I don't even remember. I tried to push it aside. But I did notice that when the men got up for their speeches, many of their speeches took up a lot of time of thanks. You know, they were thanking everyone. They were thanking their moms. They were thanking prior coaches. They were thanking teammates, because they realized that what they had accomplished was not done alone. It wasn't only on their gifts and their talents and their hard work or their work ethic. For some reason, just it's like my tongue is 14 inches long there and I can't say it. So there is that realization, and I think sometimes we forget to thank people. I know I've forgotten to thank people in the past. So no one does anything great alone. I know now that I'm feeling like I want to do great things, but I'm also realizing that I can't do it alone. That's why I've been very present on social media, and I've been reaching out to people that I'm hoping that share my same vision, and that's helping motivate leaders. I like to lead, but I like to motivate people. And leading is one thing. It's very temporary. Like, what you're doing is only in the moment. When you motivate people, it's only in the moment. But when you motivate leaders who are then going to motivate others and add value to their lives, that is what I'm wanting to do now. So I am looking for people who are interested in running a business and motivating others, so that it's not just them in their homes day to day, but what they can do and how many people they can actually reach from one mouth to another, not just right in front of them. So if you are interested in that, I would love to talk to you. But I did want to leave you with that quote again: no one does anything great alone, so that you can think on it today, and maybe you can reflect on great things that you've been a part of, and maybe it's a good time to reach out to those people and say, you know what, thanks. Like, we did that together. It wouldn't have been possible without you. And I know I certainly feel that way with people who I've served with. And I do try to take chances now to thank them and remind them, like, we had a great time and we did some good work, but we had a great time too. So have a wonderful Wednesday. I will chat with you later. Enjoy your day.